another one of our yoga tutorials. So last couple of weeks I've taken you through Samasthiti and Ardha Uttanasana. Today I wanted to take us into another very basic but such an important, strong posture that builds on so many other postures from here. Today we're going to be looking on how to do Virabhadrasana, warrior pose. So there's many ways to do this posture, but today we're looking at how to do this classically. So you're going to stand at the back of your mat, come into Samasthiti. So all the checkpoints of Samasthiti, feet together, hips tucked in, shoulders rolled back, chin down, all of that. To do Virabhadrasana, you start by slightly turning out your right foot. From here, you take a big step forward with your left leg. You want a big enough step that when you bend this knee, your knee and ankle are in a straight line and your thigh is as parallel to the floor as possible. So you want to make sure that's happening. If you take a tiny little step, you're not going to go very far, or you're going to go over the ankle, which tends to be quite painful in the long run. If you take a very wide step, you're going to feel a little wobbly and it's just going to feel a little harder. So find your own sweet spot. Square your hips towards your left side. You don't want to be turned off slightly, you want to be square to the left. We begin with the arms down, and since this is a strong enough posture, we keep the gaze forward. We don't tuck, we don't throw the head back either. Notice that my back leg is fully straight. It is rooted into the floor. Back heel is down. At no point does the knee bend, neither does the heel raise. This leg is your firm rooting. So to do the posture, we inhale, raise the arms up from the front, simultaneously bend this left leg, keep the gaze forward. Exhale, straighten the leg, bring the arms down. So checkpoints again. Inhale, raise the arms up from the front, keep the gaze forward, don't hunch on the shoulders, knee is in line with the ankle. Exhale to lower the arms down. So a couple of things about the upper body here that we want to notice is first comes the neck. So sometimes there's a tendency when we raise the arms up for the neck to go forward that way. See if you can keep tucking the chin back as you take the arms up. Try not to let this compensation happen. Coming to the shoulders, again a compensation that happens in the upper back is as you inhale and break the arms up, there's a tendency to stiffen up here, especially if there's already some tightness. See if you can just relax a little bit up here. Or if you totally want to get rid of the stress of having anything going on, what you can do is inhale, raise the arms up nice and wide. This also takes off the chin coming forward. So inhale, arms go up nice and wide, chin tucked, leg bent. Exhale, bring the arms down. Okay, so that was a quick tutorial on how to do Virabhadrasana. Quick benefits of the posture are super awesome to strengthen the legs, so good to stretch the back leg. Notice that this hip flexor stretches out super well. Lots of opening of the chest, stretching of the spine, all of that stuff tends to happen. And this is awesome if you're thinking about improving the flexibility of your hips. Again, if you spend a lot of time sitting, it tends to bring you into this. So, or you might tend to stick out a little bit. This posture really strengthens all those muscles around your hip, which tend to weaken as you spend a lot of time sitting. Pulls the shoulders back, counters the rounded shoulders posture as well, corrects the neck, which which does this to look at screens, pushes it back, brings the whole spine into alignment. So that was our posture for this week. You have how to do Virabhadranasana, and have an awesome week, and I'll see you all again next time.